What's buzzing, everyone? This is SM127, and I'm going to be playing BitLife. Yes, it's been a while since I've done these videos, but I'm back with the videos again. So once again, I'm going to be playing BitLife. And yes, guys, at some point I will be doing, like, my collaborated videos once again. I'm going to be back to making my reaction videos with my friend Rhiannon, and with Stella, too. And yes, at some point there's going to be a new person. There's going to be a new person that I'm going to be reacting with in this channel. I'm not going to be revealing the person as of right now, but I will soon. A little boy named Erwin wants to become your friend. Erwin Doolittle. You and your half-sister, Nevaeh, are bickering about whose turn it is to play with the iPad. Little me would complain to Mother. She yelled at you for bickering with your half-sister. You tattletale because we were too young to say snitch. Replace the SN in snitch with a B. You deduct the SN and you add the B in snitch. Anyway, let me just get back in. Is taking you to the doctor's office to get vaccinated. Well, little me would throw a fit. I threw a tantrum when my mother took me to the doctor's office to get me vaccinated. You're starting elementary school. Number 6, your classmate Joy wants to become your friend. Let's become friends with her. Yes, a kid from your neighborhood tells you that you received a board game called Uno as a birthday gift. Uno is not a board game, it's a card game. Uno is not a board game, it's a card game. While at the park, you see many awesome things you want to jump in. Okay, surprise me. A lake. While at the park, I had a blast running and jumping into a lake with all my clothes on. Your mother wants to take you and your half-sister on a family vacation to St. Bart's. Let's go. And my smarts is down to 1%. And I can see the countdown a little bit. At some point, there should be an X popping up. There's that little X. 31%. Your mother just gave birth to a new girl named Mariah, your new half-sister. While taking an exam, you witness your classmate Bridget throw an empty water bottle at a pedestrian walking below the window of your teacher, Miss Hanks' third-floor classroom. Suspended Bridget from school for 1 day. You have an opportunity to have your first kiss with a boy from a class named CM Mullenbelt. Let's kiss him with tongue. You taste like hot dog. You're suffering from the flu. And yes, guys, speaking of the flu, you need to get vaccinated, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic. In order to avoid getting caught in this twindemic of the flu and COVID. Your classmate Karen tells you that she's gonna fail your art teacher in Mr. Davis's class unless you let her cheat off of you in the upcoming exam. She still failed. And that's in her teacher Mr. Davis class. Who will you choose? Surprise me. The uncoordinated kid. Alright, so Baltimore High School. Your friend Erwin has unfriended you. Yes. Yeah, let's watch YouTube. How about we watch Jacksepticeye? And Joy Slayer? We watch PewDiePie. Your classmate Isabella has been giving you a wedgie every day in the bathroom. Yeah, let's just do nothing about it. Here's Erwin. Erwin Doolittle. You and your friend Erwin went swimming.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. In Aussie-land. Yes, Aussie is very hilarious, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it does not mean tractors only or wildfire. Too easy. You passed your test. A GMC Sierra. Let's accept it gratefully. A smart person you know tells you that she has become much smarter watching Jeopardy every single day. You've been thinking about how you could learn more facts. I'll take facts for 100, Alex. Oh my god. You watch Jeopardy every day for a week. Much smarter. Your classmate Amuz has asked you out. Amuz Iqbal. And his grades are like in the 20s. Like they're very low. Yeah, let's apply to university. Well, they're all Kobe. After the Los Angeles Lakers won the 2020 NBA championship, I informed my friends that Kobe is the GOAT of basketball, the greatest of all time. I really miss Kobe Bryant. While enjoying a stroll through the park with your friend Erwin, he confesses that he's been hearing voices in his head and is asking if you think he should listen to them. Okay, this is actually a really good word game, but back to the video. Your friend Joy started a rumor that you were held back in 3rd grade for 3 years. Let's deny it. Your boyfriend Amuz. Yes, let's do it. Let's try to salvage it. But let's look for a job. A veterinarian? A pilot trainee? No. A junior? Let's be a school teacher. Yes. Which of these colors you like the best? Your friend Erwin has unfriended you. Let's water under the bridge. Your fiance Amuz. Yes, October 17th. Your supervisor Billy. Let's agree. Now let's plan the wedding. Oh no, $18,000? Let's plan it in let's do it in a church. Okay, there we go. 69.45. Bye then. I guess we could do it 25.91. You're thinking about whether you should make your fiance sign a. We don't need a prenup. I would not sign a prenup. So my last name is Stone, but his last name is Iqbal. So let's change it to Iqbal. Elena Iqbal. Your friend Kiara wants to become best friends with you. Let's watch YouTube with her. Aussieland.
Yeah.
And with Erwin Doolittle, he's 29 years old. Let's watch PewDiePie. I'm gonna do $20,000. 20,000. Let's deal them. I have 17. I'll stand. What was I thinking? Make this nail pretty. Alright, let's get on this. 31. Your supervisor, Billy, 9 more hours a week of unpaid overtime. Dope. You are pregnant with your husband Amuze's baby. Your friend Erwin has unfriended you. Well, so long, partner. You're suffering from anxiety. Yeah, so now I don't have any more guy friends here. You suffered a first trimester miscarriage and lost the baby. And you're suffering from depression. Let's lend a hand. Your car will no longer start and is beyond repair. So I had to scrap my GMC Sierra. Yeah, so let's check. Yes, my performance is really high, so that's really good. But my stress is also high too. And tender my resignation? No, I don't want to resign. You are not currently eligible for a pension from your employer. Yes, I have 9 years until I'm eligible. Let's work harder. But let's see how much my stress is. My performance is high, but my stress is also high. Your best friend Kiara. And this is to a Pink concert. If this were to really happen, it would be with like a limited number of people, and the song she would sing would have to be short in length, because singing also transmits like airborne droplets that could be contagious. You're pregnant with your husband Amuze's baby. Let's keep the baby. You have a baby girl. Let's name her Betsy. Betsy, that's one of my favorite names other than Cedra. Let's search the web. Yes, Cedra. I have not mentioned that name in a while. But let's go to the doctor. Dr. Phelp. It's laryngitis. Hell yeah. And that goes up to 68. Another baby. You've had a rough time falling asleep lately. Additionally, there's been some situations where you felt strangely confused and alienated. Mad cow disease! And my concern is really high? Let's go to the doctor. It's not that serious, it's just insomnia. You're no longer suffering from insomnia. Guys, when you look up your symptoms in Google, guys, when you Google your symptoms, the conditions they say you have might actually be less serious than they seem. Like if you have a headache, it might say that you have cancer when in reality it's not really that serious, and it's just a minor disease or something. It's just a minor sickness or something. It'll just go away in a few days. Not like COVID. Let's name him Scott. We could just leave the foreskin in there. You're trying to pee, but can't seem to get some of it out. Chug some water. Search the web. A UTI. Alright, then let's go to the doctor. Oh, you have kidney stones. You continue to suffer from kidney stones. It's obviously that's kidney stones. But the cause of you not producing urine could also be like a UTI as well. Or it could be like needing to pee a lot and stuff. You catch one of your students cheating on a test. Okay, I'm not going to tolerate that, and anytime I catch my students cheating on a test, I will deduct 10 points from their grade. But there's no option to deduct points, so I'm going to drop them all the way down to 0. I caught a student cheating on a test and gave her a 0% for her efforts. That's what happens when you're afraid of failure. Your mother is suffering from vaginal dryness. "44, you're pregnant with Amuza's baby. What is this, Full House? Because we already had 3 kids, and there's already going to be a 4th one. A baby girl. Naoki. Let's just pick the next random name that pops up. Scarlett? Misty? Girl? Addison? I'm going to replace the D's with the L. Allison. Your husband Amuz suggests that the two of you apply for a mortgage and buy a contemporary home that just went up for sale. Yeah, let's buy it. One of your favorite students just earned a 79.4 on her final exam, but needed just an 80 to pass. If I gave my student a 79.4 on the final exam and she needed an 80 in order to pass, I would pass the student. Because 79.4, if she put in the effort, I can round that up to an 80. And if she doesn't put in the effort, I could just drop that all the way down to 65 and fail her. Your distant cousin died unexpectedly from a heart attack, and now you're being asked if you will adopt her 7-year-old daughter. Let's take her in. Let's change it to Lanika Iqbal. Welcome to the family. Your son Scott is suffering from the measles. Your husband Amuz, yes. Let's do Ross Motors. It's a new SUV. It's a Porsche. Got the brand new whip. While on a picnic with a flask of vodka. Let's toast it to us. You're now addicted to alcohol? Your son Scott is no longer suffering from the measles. Okay, and I'm 51 now. Your daughter Allison is suffering from the chicken pox. A guy named Tyrese asks if you're hungry. Wait, no, I'm faithful. Your best friend Kiara calls you while you're sleeping and says she's on the side of the road. So, let's do it. Let's help her change the tire. Because I would definitely be happy to help out if she were calling at 4:07 in the morning. Not like it's really 4:07 a.m., it's 11:10 p.m. You consumed a large amount of alcohol before driving, And had just been pulled over by the police. Let's admit that I'm intoxicated. No, running for it is not a good decision. Let's cooperate with them. To defend me? To make a plea, if you plead guilty, you might receive a shorter sentence than if you're convicted. How will you plead? Let's plead guilty. Guilty, not guilty, or nolo contendere. Let's search the web. Pika? Let's go to the doctor. Alcohol poisoning. Your daughter Betsy, let's pay for her tuition. Okay, let's go to jobs and let me just get back in. We'll try to get back in. Well, I don't see any more job. I don't see anything that says school teacher anymore. Let's just be a janitor. Black Panther.
Pico, pico.
Oh, they got an interview. Margarita. What's the worst that could happen? Well, absolutely not this time. Let's be a crew member. Criminal record? Well, apparently no job will hire me. Welcome. Your son Scott is asking you to pay for his college education, and he wants to major in psychology. Yes. I couldn't afford to pay it because now I'm down to the negative. $1,762 in the hole. You consumed a large amount of alcohol. This time let's cooperate with them. I don't have enough. How will you plead? Let's plead guilty. This time the sentence is 1 year. Finally done. Alcohol is holding you back from being the best you can be. Let's just wish him well. And after 31 years of marriage, you will end up with $190,000. So they're divided equally. So now that you're divorced, let's go back to Miss Stone. You're behind in the mortgage payments for your contemporary home at 168 S Azor Boulevard. And I'm more than $250,000 in the hole, at minus $250,000. Your mother passed away at 88. Let's plan her funeral. And the good news is that we inherited enough money. Let's cooperate with the bank. And look, now I'm almost a millionaire again. You're suffering from depression. There's an hour and a half long wait at your favorite local restaurant, Rachel's Diner. But as you walk up, the host asks if you were the last name they called. Defecation issues. While you notice there's blood in your stool. Malaria. Let's go to the doctor. It is ulcers. Guys, blood in your stool is no joke. My 1 out of 7.422 billion. Okay, like my phone is working really slowly because it's really hot. Your daughter Allison? Yes. Your boyfriend Preston is suffering from hemorrhoids. You screamed at the escort as she stormed off. Okay, now let's propose. It's gonna be with a diamond ring. Haunted mansion, music festival, zoo, Starbucks, casino. No, a supermarket would be way too generic. I would want to do it. Let's do it at the rock concert. Without a doubt. Wait, get away from me. And no way. Your chest is feeling very tight. And each breath you take is feeling very restricted. Search the web. Cirrhosis. That's damage to the liver that cannot be reversed. So let's go to the doctor. Dr. Gray. Heart disease. It's a chronic condition. '68? And I died at age 68. Elena Stone died after a short illness at the age of 68, surrounded by family. Her funeral was attended by her 5 loving children, her 2 sisters, Nevaeh and Mariah, and her nephew, Pete. Her boyfriend, Preston, went to a yoga class instead. So he didn't care at all. A responsible young lady, she studied education at university. Elena worked as a school teacher for many years. Friends describe her as someone who was often disliked for being righteous and confrontational. And she got a lot of karma. And her net worth, $786,000, with 5 children. And so that's going to be the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching this, and keep liking, commenting, and subscribing.